everyone. Today I want to talk about something deeply emotional, historical, and important. And this begins with National Sorry Day. I'm sorry. Observed every year on May 26 on in Australia. Sorry again. Now, before you think this is going to sound like a strict history lecture, don't worry. Let's talk about it like human beings trying to understand humanity a little better together. Because National Sorry Day is not just about politics or textbooks, it's about people, families, children, memory, pain, healing, and the power of saying we were wrong. And honestly, saying sorry sincerely as a human being is already difficult enough sometimes. Some people can accidentally break your favorite mug and still defend themselves confidently for 3 business days. For God's sake, why are they feeling sorry now? So imagine a country officially acknowledging historical pain that matters, that a country is acknowledging. National Sorry Day exists to remember the stolen generations, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander children who were forcibly removed from their families and communities under government policies for many decades. Just pause and think about the emotionally for a second. They were thinking something emotionally. I mean, children separated from parents, culture, language, traditions, identity, and emotional belonging. And now they were thinking that they were sorry. Oh God. And many families never fully recovered from that pain. So now history can sometimes feel emotionally distant when we hear dates and policies. But when we imagine actual people behind those stories, everything changes completely. Imagine being a child and suddenly losing connection to your family, your culture, your sense of home. That's not just political history, that's emotional history too. Because a child or the children separated from family and parents. National Sorry Day is observed on May 26 because it marks the anniversary of the Bringing Them Home report released in 1997, and this report investigated the experience of the stolen generations and officially documented the trauma caused by these policies. It also recommends healing support and reparations for indigenous communities. And honestly, one thing I appreciate about observances like this is that they remind us something important. Like healing begins with acknowledgement. Because pretending painful history never happened does not erase pain, it usually deepens it. Now, one major historical moment connected to this day happened in 2008 when former Australian Prime Minister Kevin Rudd issued a formal apology to Indigenous Australians on behalf of the government. And whether people agree or disagree politically, emotionally, that apology mattered to many communities because words carry weight. So sometimes hearing we acknowledge your pain can become the beginning of healing. And that's why National Sorry Day is also sometimes called a National Day of Healing. Oh, thank God I found this day during the Healing and Balance series. So word healing also indicates a powerful meaning that you haven't forgotten the history. Healing becomes remembering, remembrance, forward and compassion and accountability. And I think every society needs that. Not just Australia, like everywhere. Who doesn't want to celebrate National Sorry Day? Because every country has histories that are uncomfortable to discuss. But maturity as a society means learning how to face difficult truths without defensiveness. Now, I know some people hear topics like this and immediately think this sounds heavy. And yes, emotionally it is heavy. But conversations about healing also create hope. Because today, many organizations, educators, indigenous leaders, artists, and communities continue working toward awareness, truth, justice, preservation, and honestly, culture matters deeply. Language matters, believe it or not. Traditions matter, stories matter, identity also matters. When cultures disappear, humanity loses knowledge, wisdom, art, and perspectives that can never fully be replaced. One thing I genuinely admire is how National Sorry Day, encourages participation of the communities than only symbolic posts online. People attend healing ceremonies, truth-telling sessions, community gatherings, educational programs, and discussions led by indigenous communities. Now imagine how many times, not imagine, you can write in the comment section that how many times I have said sorry during this speech. Like historically, it is said that it is very unhealthy to say sorry, but it is very healthier because it is about awareness online, creating awareness online, and usually requires listening deeply too. So the current theme connected to National Sorry Day encourages moving from sorry to action. And I really like that phrase. So you're not just sorry, you're applying it. Because saying sorry matters, but action matters too. So not supposed to repeat the old mistakes. So real healing requires education, respect, policy changes, community support, cultural preservation, and listening to affected voices continuously. Then this day matters. And honestly, this applies to personal life too. If someone says sorry repeatedly but changes absolutely nothing, at some point you start emotionally side eyeing them. Like, why are we saying sorry? Growth needs action, right? Now, something else I want to reflect on is this, that National Sorry Day also teaches emotional empathy. It reminds us that historical trauma does not disappear automatically across generations. Pain also echo through families and communities for years. And that's why conversations about healing, mental wellness, identity, and cultural respect are interconnected. Believe it or not. I think younger generations today are becoming more open to these conversations globally. People are beginning to understand that history is not only about memorizing facts for exams. History affects real people emotionally. And when we learn history compassionately instead of defensively, society becomes more human. I also think observations like this reminds us how powerful listening can be. I should listen. Sometimes helping does not begin with speaking immediately. Sometimes it begins with learning, reflecting, acknowledging, and listening respectfully. At the same time, do not repeat the same mistake. This also matters. Which honestly is a life skill many people still need during normal conversations too. We are sorry, but if you are not bothered. Now, if you're wondering how people can participate meaningfully in National Sorry Day, here are some thoughtful ways. Learn Indigenous history respectfully. Support Indigenous creators and voices. Attend educational events. Read stories and experiences. Engage with community led initiatives and reflect honestly on why historical truth matters. Nice. Awareness should not feel performative, it should feel human. We are human. And perhaps the most important lesson from National Sorry Day is this: healing is possible, but healing requires honesty first. Personally, I think society has become stronger, not weaker, when they acknowledge painful chapters openly because accountability creates trust. We're supposed to establish trust, and trust creates possibility for better futures. So today, while reflecting on National Sorry Day, let's remember history matters, people matter, culture matters, and compassion matters deeply. And maybe beyond governments and policies, this day also quietly teaches us something personal too. Never underestimate the power of acknowledgement, empathy, and sincere apology. Sometimes those things can begin healing people in ways we may never fully see. Okay, so thank you so much for listening. And if this conversation helped you reflect differently today, feel free to share your thoughts gently and respectfully below. It was not sorry this time.